have everything that you need with you. Any props, yoga blocks if you like it. We're going to be on our chair to start off with. So have your chair, be comfortable in it. Grab those cushions if you need that little bit of lift into your pelvis or just a little cushioning for your glutes there. Just come into your space. Sit up nice and tall. Feel the feet towards the ground, the space between your feet. How does it feel for you? And then start to roll the shoulders back. Tuck the belly button in gently towards the spine. So just feeling a little bit of drawing of the belly button in and then feeling this lift up. So we're not sucking it in, holding that breath. We're drawing it gently and then finding that nice long, tall spine. Good. And then once you're feeling good in your space, soften your eyes. Close your eyes if you like, if you're comfortable with that. And let's move into our breath. And we always take that time, that first little bit of our class to just be aware of our breath. Just tapping into our parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest, telling our body that we're going to find some slow movements to calm our bodies, relax our bodies. So just taking that breath in, a full breath out. And trying your very best to inhale in through the nose. And on your exhale, completely up to you. Out through the nose, out through the mouth, a big sigh out if you need that release right now. Maybe had a very busy morning, whether it was physical or emotional, mentally. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Come into this present moment right now, right here in your space, in your practice. And just keep that breath moving. Notice your body, the movement alongside your breath. Now, just asking yourself quietly, how do you feel or how do I feel this morning? And it can be any answer, no judgment at all, just answering this question, how do I feel? A couple more just like that. Breathe in, breath out. In through the nose. And exhale. Good. Let's take a breath in together as a group. We're going to take an inhale, full breath in, fill up both sides of the lungs, all the way to the top. And then on your exhale, just let it go. Feel this big whoosh of air come out. Yeah. Now let's move into a little bit of breathing exercise here. A little movement and move into our lungs too. So a little exercising into our lungs. We're going to take a big breath in. We're going to count to 2. Inhale for 2. 1, 2. Exhale out for 2. 2 and 1. Good. Keep that going. Inhale, big breath in. Count it to 2. 1, 2. Exhale. 2, 1. Good job. Keep going. Inhale. 1, 2. Exhale. 2, 1. Good. 2 more just like that. And just keep that breath moving. Fill up the lungs. Exhale all the way out. 2 and 1. Good. Last time. Inhale. 1, 2. Stretch it out. Exhale nice and slow. 2 and 1. Beautiful job. Let's stretch all the way to 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold that breath just for a second right at the top once you get there. Exhale nice and slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just feel that A little bit of heaviness into your sit bones. Come back to that natural rhythm in your breath. Your breath in, your breath out. Your breath in and your breath out. And just notice after that little bit of breathing, that meditative breathing, how do you feel at this moment? Good. Let's move on. We're going to start to take our arms all the way up on your inhale. Come back into your space. And then just keep your arms right where they are, up at the top, fingertips up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders. Feel the lengthening into the sides of your body. We're gonna move right into a sun salutation. On your exhale, fold over your legs. Good. Relax the arms down. Head relax, neck relaxes. Good. Inhale to lift halfway, pressing into your shin bones. Lengthen the spine, gaze to the ground in front of you. Exhale, we're gonna relax the arms and relax the belly as you head right back down towards the ground. Press into your feet, tuck the chin and rise all the way back up to seated. Roll the shoulders back, take the arms right back up, stretch, and then bring the palms to touch, and then exhale, send those palms to heart center. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, and then relax, arms alongside you. Give those shoulders a little roll back. Let's do that 2 more times. Always at your pace, your breath. We're going to land back into this position, seated upright. When you're ready, inhale, take your arms up. Feel the energy in your body. Exhale, release, forward fold over your legs. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen the spine, draw the sit bones back. Exhale, fold all the way back down. Press into your feet, tuck the chin, and rise all the way back up. Seated, nice and tall. Inhale to rise. Exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Breathe in through the nose. Then exhale. And then relax the arms, shoulders, give them roll back 1 more time. When you are ready, take the arms up, stretch. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold all the way back down. Press into your feet. With control, rise all the way back up. Take your time. Stretch the arms right back up to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe, full breath in. Thumbs to sternum. Humble your chin. Feel the movement of your breath. And then exhale, relax shoulders back. Give them a roll as you lift the heart and find that expansion across the collarbones. Beautiful job, everybody. Let's keep this movement going. Let's move a little bit into this around the neck there. Let's tuck our chin in towards our chest. Just stay here for a second. Feel that the heaviness in your head is relaxed just a little bit more. Feel the shoulders roll forward a bit. And then when you're ready, start to circle right around the neck there. Taking your time and taking all the sensations you may be feeling in the muscles around the neck. Breathe in. Breath out, and just noticing any tension, tightness. Accommodating to that, moving a little slower, maybe pausing in places that just need a little bit more this morning. Good. And then switching directions when you are ready, just moving the other way. And noticing how the opposite side feels. Yeah, let's find one more breath here. In through the nose. And exhale. Good. Let's start to make our way back to center. Take your head right back right between your shoulders. And let's get right into the shoulders there. Give them some movement as well. Take your shoulders and squeeze them all the way up towards the earlobes. And then exhale, release all the way down towards the low back. Inhale, keep that movement going. Right up to the earlobes, squeeze. Exhale, relax. Roll them all the way down. Breathe in. Breath out. Just moving with your breath, always connecting your movements with your breath. Starting to cultivate a little bit of heat into your body as you find this movement. It's always this movement here that just kind of wakes up your body. Good. Let's switch it to the other side. Take your shoulders right back up, just like before, and then roll them forward, letting them slide to the low back, feeling a little rounding into the spine, and then just keep that going. Breathe in, opening it up, the space into your back body. Good. You might even start to relax the head down a little bit too here. Good. Let's find two more rounds here. One more. You can always continue this too. And then start to bring your shoulders right back up, roll them back, open the heart when you're ready, cross the chest. And let's move right into a little bit more into our arms there. We're going to take our arms all the way up towards the sky. Stretch back up. Exhale, float them all the way down. This is another one of those great movements in the morning. Nice morning stretch. And it probably feels good after we did the sun salutations, that stretch into the entire body too. Might be able to get a little further with your arms. Maybe palms might start to touch your fingertips. Maybe even starting to bring the gaze up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Breath out. In through the nose. Exhale. Good. Let's try one more right here. Take the arms all the way up. Hold maybe for an extra breath. And exhale right back down. Good. Let's keep it with the arms there. Move into the shoulders, elbows a bit. And let's take our arms right back up towards the sky. Keep a little space between them. And then let's get right into our cactus pose. So bend into the elbows, palms facing forward, shoulders back. And when you're ready, inhale, reach back up. Stretch. Exhale, cactus pose. Breathe in. Breath out. And you might take that gaze all the way up towards the sky and then exhale. You might take the gaze down. Notice how the back of the space between the shoulder blades feel when you do that. Inhale to rise, maybe a gaze up, belly button stays in, gently towards the spine as you take it right back into your cactus. A little gentle tuck of the chin. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breath out. And remember, knowing that you can take rest whenever you need. Got a few more times here. So good, everybody. Two more. Last one. Good job. And then slowly relax. Arms back alongside you. Give your shoulders a little shrug up and down. A little movement into the fingers too, because they were fired up towards the ceiling there. Let's take a little bit of a cat-cow. Hands onto your legs there. Relax your shoulders now. Relax your elbows. And let's move right into our cow pose to begin with. Inhale. Just start to draw the belly forward. Open the shoulders back and lift the heart. Maybe a gaze a little higher than eye level. Feel the swoop into the low back. Exhale, round the spine, belly button in. Draw the back body to the back of the room. Relax the head. Inhale, lift up, open, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, round the spine. Good. Breathe in for your cow pose. And a full breath out for your cat pose. In through the nose. Exhale. So let's do a few more rounds here. Your pace, your breath. And just moving to your level of intensity. How do you feel this morning? How does your spine, your low back feel? Yeah, let's find a couple more. Listen to your breath. One more time. We could probably do this all day. It just feels so good. At least I hope it feels good for you. And then come back to center, shoulders right back over the hips. Always take your time through the transitions there. And then just land back into that nice long spine. And let's do a little twist here into our spine. We're just going to bring a little twist, like bring it over to the right gently. Walk your hands over to the right side, right leg there. Both hands start to land on top of the thigh bone. And then just open that right shoulder back. Might start to walk the hands a little further, lengthen to spine as you inhale. Exhale, moving a little further to the side of the chair, maybe with that right hand. Open that right shoulder back a little bit more. You might even put that right arm onto the back side of the chair. Breathe. Nice. In through the nose. Exhale. Good. Let's unwind the body, come all the way back to center. Reset the spine, take a big breath in, exhale, gently start to twist. So we're just doing it really gentle this morning, allowing our body to move with breath, placing the hands on top of that left leg now, opening that left shoulder back nice and slow. And then on your next exhale, maybe a little further, maybe starting to walk the hands to the side of the leg, to the side of the chair, maybe opening that left shoulder a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Maybe that left arm starts to drape over the back side of the chair. So just making sure that we're not starting to hunch over the left side of the chair, that we're still long. If you are hunching, just scale it back a little bit. Come out of it, out of your twist a little bit there. Just means that you've gone a little too far. That's okay. Sometimes we're not sure. And just know that you're twisting, but keeping that nice long spine. Great job. So sitting up nice and tall onto both sit bones. Good. One more breath here. Exhale all the way out. Unwind, come all the way back to center, and just bring your arms, forearms on top of each other, and just give yourself a little bit of a scooch, a little gentle twist side to side. Sometimes this feels good. If you're sitting in the car for a long time, this feels really nice into your spine. And then just relax right back to center. Let's take those arms right back up. Take a little side bend into our body, into our spine. Take the arms, reach them up, and then just let them fall over to the right and then over to the left. So we're just going to start off with just a little movement here. Find that flow in your breath. Inhale to rise. Exhale to find that little lengthening in the side body. You might keep the arms apart. You might interlace at the top and maybe the palms face out. Completely up to you. It just depends on how it feels in your body. Good. Do this a couple more times on each side. And then let's come into your expression. into a side bend. So let's land back over to the right. Relax that right arm down, allowing the chair on top of your right leg as you take that left arm up and over. Take a couple of breaths here. Open up that space. Maybe starting to take a gaze up towards the sky, towards the left elbow pit, maybe opening that left shoulder back just a little bit. Breathe. Good. Now let's go over to the other side. Inhale. Take your arms, swing them back up and down. Left hand lands where it feels the best for you. Right arm up and over. Yeah, and take that exhale all the way out. Release from your hip to the fingertips as you open up. Maybe starting to bring your gaze up and just noticing how this side feels. Breathing into that right lung in through the nose. Exhale. And let's take it all the way back up. Swing it back up. And then let's do one more time. Right hand down, left arm up and over. Take one breath here as you just come into a side bend. We'll do a little variation if it works for you. Good. And then with that right hand, bring it to the top of that left leg. Good. Just noticing that resistance between the two sides. And then maybe for some of you, you might walk your right fingertips over to the left, the outside of your left leg a little bit more. So a little bit more intense of a stretch here. So move with ease, with your breath. Pause in where it feels the best for you. You find that stretch. You know you need to stay. Really good, everybody. Relax that right hand back to that side chair and then swing back over to the left. Same thing here. Relax that left hand down, right arm up and over. Take a second here. Take a breath in. And exhale. Let's start to walk that left hand over to the top of the right leg. Maybe a little further right away if you'd like, or working your way up to it. Always taking your time. Beautiful work, everyone. In through the nose. And then exhale all the way out. Take an inhale, rise all the way back up with both arms, reach up. Exhale, relax both arms alongside you and take a second here and let everything just settle, the energy just settle back into your body. And then take your arms behind you. Place them onto your low back. Open the heart, sit up nice and tall. Oops, almost fell over there. And shoulders back. Place them right down onto the low back there. And you might stay here. Elbows drawing back behind you. Feel the space into the front side body. Now, this is one option here. If you like a little bit more, interlace your fingers, drawing the heels of the hands or the palms of the hands as close as you can. Draw the knuckles down. Open the heart forward. So either way, hands onto the low back, interlaced your fingers, and maybe a little drawing, small drawing of the knuckles down. Good. So I'm just going to turn all the way around. And sometimes it's nice to turn to the side of your chair so you have that little bit of space and your arms are not hitting the back of your chair either. Nice long spine, belly button in gently towards the spine as you open the heart, the front side of the body. One more breath in. Maybe even take your head down a little bit too. Feel the space into the back of the neck. And then bring your head back to center and then relax. Bring your arms back to center, back around alongside your body. And give your shoulders a little roll there. Notice how that feels. Take it all in. Breathe. Beautiful work, everybody. We're going to come back into one more exercise into the arms, a little sequence here, and just take it to where it feels the best for you. We're going to take our arms all the way up towards the sky. Good. So just hands up, fingers up towards the ceiling. I know you can't probably see my hands very, very well there, but they're just up, pointing up towards the sky. Now let's bring our right arm out to the side. Good. And then bring it back up. Keep the right arm there. Left arm glides out to the side and back up. Inhale, right. Exhale, come back up. Exhale, left, and come back up. Good. Keep going. So just taking turns from one arm gliding to the side and then the other arm. So keeping that opposite arm nice and long to the top of the ceiling. There can be a little bend to the elbows. They don't have to be bone straight. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. Great job, everybody. Just continue this movement. And I'm going to add a little bit more to this movement here. And you can always stay with just gliding your arms side to side, one at a time. You can always take a break too and come back in to join us whenever you are ready. So let's add it on a little bit more. We're going to take our right arm, glide it to the side, left arm to the side, bring it back up, and then a little cactus pose. Yeah. Take the arms back up, right, left, and a little cactus. Inhale to reach, right, left, and a little cactus. Reach back up, right, left, and a little cactus. Great. And then just at your pace, I might be moving a little quick there. So slow down the movement. I may be moving too slow. If you like to pick up the pace, go for it. But this is our pattern. And just taking your time. Feel your breath. Nice long breath in. Long breath out. Stretch it out. In through the nose. Exhale. And if you make a mistake, don't worry. We're just in our own practice here. Be kind to yourself. Have fun. Breathe in. Breath out. In through the nose. Exhale. Let's do a few more right here. 3 more. Last one. Maybe your last one here. And then relax. When you're all done, take your arms back down. Give your shoulders a little shrug up and down. Wiggle your fingers. Give your wrists a little circle. That's going to feel really nice. Super job, everybody. You did amazing. Let's go down to the hips now. We have done so much with the upper body. We're going to relax the upper body and come down to your hips. Let's take it right into a nice little hip circle first. So make sure you have space all around you. Scoot your glutes forward a bit, pressing into your feet. Gentle drawing of the core, the belly button in towards the spine, and then hands wherever they feel good. Just tilt forward and then just get right into your circle. Take it all in. We've been sitting for a while, so it's always nice to get this type of movement into our hips. Upper body relaxes. Low belly softens. You might even start to relax the shoulders. A little bit into the jaw too, because it's just time to let go. Space into the low back as you tilt forward. A nice stretch. And then start to go over to the other side if you haven't gone there already, moving the opposite direction. Good, in through the nose. Exhale. Let's do a couple more breaths here. Let's start to come all the way back to center. Shoulders back, stacking right over the hips, drawing that belly button in. And we're gonna take a nice fold over legs. Heel toe your feet a little wider if you like, to a space that feels comfortable for you, just to give yourself a little space to hinge in the belly, a place to relax. Take your arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold all the way down. Forearms can prop right up onto the thigh bones as you relax the head, shoulders. You might have a little bit more space to relax right down towards the ground as you bring your hands down towards maybe the floor. Grab for your ankles, maybe, or if you have your yoga blocks around you, you can place your hands right on top to bring the floor up to you. Good. And feel your feet pressing down as you relax down a little bit more, relaxing the head, softening behind the neck. So give your head a little nod, a little shake. Heavy into the shoulders, just a little bit more. And take 2 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, start to tuck your chin in towards your chest. Rise all the way up. Shoulders stack right back over the hips. Roll the shoulders back. And then just stay where you are with the legs, especially if you've taken them out a little wider. Heel toe. And if you like, and if you're okay with it, heel toe them out a little wider than hip distance if they're just at hip distance. Turn the toes out just a little bit, sitting up nice and tall. We're just going to get into a little bit core, a little bit into the pelvis, inner thighs work here. So turn the toes out, heels come in just slightly. It doesn't have to be a huge, big turn in the feet there. And with the core engaged, strong into the abdomen, hands wherever they feel the best for you, on top of the legs or on the hips. Pick up that right heel, press into the toes. Good. And then bring it back down. Lift that left heel up now, pressing into the toes. Good. And then just keep this movement going. Lift one heel up. And then the next, nice and slow, maintaining that nice long spine, belly button in towards the spine. And with your breath. Breathe in. Breath out. In through the nose. Exhale. Good. Now you can keep with this movement here. Just bring one heel up at a time. So just taking turns from the right to the left. You can also try, and if it works for you, bring both heels up and then bring them down. Breathe. And if it's a little too intense, that's okay. You can slow it down. You can take it out. Go back to one heel at a time. Take that break when you need to. Nice big breath in. Exhale out. In through the nose. Full breath out. Great job. We're going to do a few more times here, if you're okay with it. Good. Let's come down to our last one here. Take the heels up, maybe one at a time. And then slowly bring the heels down. Great work. And then just heel toe your feet back in towards each other at a comfortable distance. Just walk your feet out a little bit, pitter patter them. So good, everybody. Let's move up to standing. We're going to do a little standing work right behind our chair. Oh, and that just feels so nice to get up and stand on our 2 feet there. So see how that feels for you. And again, you can always stay seated the entire practice and modifying the pose to fit your body on the chair. And everything we do is relatively can be done on the chair too. So when you're standing right back behind your chair there, you have the support of your chair. It's in front of you. You can keep your hands on there. You can also go to the side of the chair with one hand to the chair, one hand on the hip. You can also, if you're feeling comfortable with it, bring both hands onto the hips. Up to you. We're going to start off with just walking. Lift the feet up, lift, bend into the knees as high as you like. Maybe a little flexion in the toes towards you, belly button gently drawn in. Lift out of your hips. Breathe in. Breath out. And it's nice to bring a little blood flow back into your legs. Good job, everybody. Keep it going. You might pause on one side, strengthening your core muscles, working on your balance. Stay for an extra breath on one side. As you press into one foot, lift the other one up as high as you like. It doesn't even have to go that high. And then try the other side. Maybe try the knee up a little higher for a little challenge. Completely up to you. Hands can always be on the chair. Good. One more breath in. Full breath out. So good, everybody. And then just pitter pat your feet a little bit there. Just give them a little tap towards the ground, walk it out. And then let's do the same thing. We're going to do this walking action, pick up the knees, but we're going to walk our feet out a little wider, just like we did when we're seated on the chair there. And then turn the toes out just slightly, very small. And we're going to start to just lift the feet up with the knees turned out. And it doesn't have to be a big movement, just a little opening into the hip. Use your chair for a little support as you lift the knees up, opening the hip. Good, and just giving your inner thighs a little stretch here, belly button in towards the spine, almost like a cowboy walk. Flexing the toes. Inhale. Exhale. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good job. One more time. In through the nose. Exhale. Start to bring your feet all the way back down. Very good. Walk your feet back in. Give them a little heel lift, maybe a little pitter patter onto the ground there. Just walk it out. Feel that stretch. We're going to come back into that little squat position. So we did a little bit of a breakup with the squat, lifting our feet and our knees up. Now we're going to come into a squat position. So turning walking your feet out as wide as you like, turning the toes out, making sure that the knees are going to be pointing to the toes here because we're going to get into a little squat now. So just a gentle bend to the knees. Make sure they're pointing towards the toes. Everything feels nicely grounded into the heels, belly button in. Chair is in front of you so that you can grab hold of it. You can have one hand on the hip, one hand on the chair. If you're feeling okay today, grab for both hands on the hips. Up to you. And we're just going to pulse. So with those straight legs, just start to lunge. Settle into the hips, long into your spine, belly button in towards your spine, and then lift up. Inhale. Exhale to lunge. You don't have to go very far. Make sure the knees are pointing towards the toes. Inhale, lift, connecting with the ground. Exhale. Breathe in strong in your abdomen. So good for your pelvis. Using your breath to strengthen the muscles around the pelvic bowl. In through the nose. Find that lift. Exhale. Breathe. Full breath out. So nice stretch of that inhale. Exhale. Good. 3 more times if you're okay with it. Good. Last time. Inhale, lift. And then on your exhale, finding your lunge, your squat. Come all the way back up nice and slow. Hands onto the chair, hands onto the hips. Turn your toes back forward. Walk it back in and just give your feet a little tap out. Just walk it out a little bit. And let's get into the feet now. We've done lots into the upper part of the legs there. Let's press into our toes and lift our heels up. So maybe just to the balls of your feet, maybe not even the toes yet. And then come all the way down. Lift up and down. Yeah, and this is such a nice stretch after that squat workout. Breathe. And let's get right into the bottom parts of the legs, the shins, the calf muscles, the ankles, the heels. Okay, let's get into heels now too. Let's shift the weight over to the heels and lift the toes up. Good. And then shift it back to the toes, lift the heels up. Back to the heels, lift the toes up, and just keep that going, shifting from the front of the feet to the back part of the feet. Another one of those great, amazing stretches into your body, the smaller parts of the body that we don't even think about. The feet are so important to us. And when you lift those toes up as you press into the heel, see if you can spread your toes out as wide as you can. Bring a little space between all 10 toes. It's great. You have the chair in front of you for that little bit of support so you can do that. And if they don't do much in the toes, that's okay too. They can be a little stubborn in that way. Good. One more time. One more breath. Beautiful work, everybody. And then start to bring your feet right back to center and just let's bend those knees up again. Walk it out. Lift up your knees a little higher. Breathe. Good. And let's do a little stretch of the legs now, the entire leg. So let's add on to this movement here with the knees just walking, lifting up right now. We're going to just kick it back. Stretch that leg back. Drive that heel back behind you. Flex the toes. Hold it right back behind you for a second. Slow down the movement if you need to. You can always just bring the toes right back behind you. A little slide of the foot back. It doesn't have to be a kick back at all. Awesome job, everybody. A couple more breaths here. Beautiful. Good. And then come back to center. Let's come into, now that we've got this nice stretch into our legs, let's do a little lunge. We're gonna press into the left foot and then step the right toes back behind you. Good. And high into that right heel. Make sure your feet are about hip distance apart. You're not on a tightrope. Lunge into that left knee. The chair is right in front of you. You have that support. Good. Engage your core, belly button in towards the spine. You might even start to bring one hand to the hip as you just keep one hand to the chair. And just lunge. Feel the strong back leg. You might even start to bring both hands onto the hips. Completely up to you. Feel that space into the right hip flexor here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Doesn't matter how far you have that right foot behind you. Good. Point the left knee towards the toes. One more breath here. And then exhale. Good. Hands back onto the chair if they're not already there. Press into that left foot and then a couple hops back to the front. And then just a little walking out if you need to. Press into the toes, lift the heels up, and let's try the other side. Let's do a nice lunge for the left, even things out. Press into your right foot. Step the left toes back behind you. Good. And then start to just settle into the space, making sure that the legs lengthwise, widthwise feel good for you. Right hip back just a little bit so hips are facing towards the chair the best that you can. Hands, keep them on the chair to begin with, and then engage your core. Feel the strength into your abdomen. You might start to bring one hand to the hip. Relax your shoulders along the jaw. I know we're all concentrating very, very hard here. Relax. It's okay. Maybe another hand onto the hip there. This time, notice the space into the left hip flexor. We're going to take 2 more of your breaths here. As long as you're okay with it, keep breathing. One more, in through the nose. Exhale. Great job, everybody. Hands back onto the chair, pressing into that right foot. Couple hops back to the front. Stand up nice and tall. Let's give ourselves a nice little fold over the chair. Walk your feet back. You can keep your feet about hip distance if that feels good for you. Maybe walk it out a little wider. And then let's hinge. Draw the sit bones back. Hands onto the chair. You can always just start off with that or keep it that way. Hips draw back and then relax. Right down. Let your head go. Still active into the core here. Breathe. Good. Now you can take it a little further with your arms, your upper body here. You might come down to forearms like I am doing right now. You can come down to your yoga blocks. You can turn your chair around to the seat part and place your forearms or hands on there. It just depends on how much space you have this morning. Gentle bend into the knees just so they don't lock up. And just take it all in. Let it sink in. Space into your back body. Let the head go a little bit there. Feel the feet grounding down towards the floor. Nice, I've got you. And let's take 2 more of your breaths here. Awesome work, everybody. Start to rise back up, and you can keep the hands on your blocks, on your chair. We're just going to come into a little twist, so just a little lift into the body. Keep your left hand on the chair, maybe even center it, and then bring your left hand Left hand onto your hip, maybe onto your low back, and then twist. Now start off small, keep it neutral, and then start to open up. And you might not take the gaze over yet, just opening up a little bit into the left part of the chest, rib cage, that shoulder might lift a little bit, maybe a gaze. And for some of you, you might have a little bit of room to bring that arm up, the left arm up. Just an option. Good. Let's release, bring it all the way back to center and switch sides. Left hand down, right hand to the hip, the right hip, maybe the low back, and then open to where it feels the best for you. So nice and slow. Stay neutral, and then slowly start to turn the body, keeping the hips facing the front. So we're just opening into the chest, the rib cage, shoulder might lift. Maybe for some of you, the arm might lift as well. One more breath here. And exhale all the way out. Come all the way back to center. Nice job. And then let's walk our feet back in towards each other and then walk it back. Nice long spine. Roll the shoulders back. Arms might come alongside you or on the chair. Take a big breath in as you stack everything back on top of each other. Inhale. Exhale. One more. In through the nose. Exhale all the way out. And let's come right back to seated on our chair. Good job, everybody. And then feel your sit bones right towards the chair there. Scoot your bum forward. Make sure that your feet are touching the ground. Feet are spaced out nicely. Open the shoulders back. And let's move right into our hands and arms. Forearms, fingers here. So just palms up towards the sky. And let's just give our fingers and thumbs a little stretch. And then exhale, squeeze them in. Inhale to open your hands out. Exhale to squeeze them in. Inhale to open. Feel the space between all fingers and thumbs. Exhale, close it in as tight as you like. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to close. Breathe in. Breath out. Okay, one more time. Yeah, now just with your hands, now open or close, just give your wrist a little circle. Into the wrist creases. Get right in there all the way around. Good, and then the other side. Great job, everybody. And then a little tilting forward and back of your hands. Always feels nice right here. Good. And then start to interlace your fingers together, drawing the palms forward to the front of them. So just stretch it out, extend the arms forward, bring it back in, palms together, extend it all out. Good. Inhale to come in, exhale, turn the hands, the palms forward, bring it back in, palms together, extend the arms out. Keep going, turn the palms out, and then palms together, palms out, palms together. Good, one more time. And then let's bring the palms back out. Stretch it out right to the front of the room and just give yourself a little stretch up, as high as you like. And exhale down, as far down as you like. Inhale to rise. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to come down. Breathe in. Breath out. Good, two more. Last one. Good job. And then relax it all the way down. Let's finish off with two sun salutation. Give your fingers a little wiggle there. And when you're ready, take your arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold right back down. Press into your feet, tuck the chin, rise all the way back up. Stretch the arms up overhead, pressing the palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, relax, shoulders back. Let's try that one more time. Inhale, rise. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold all the way back down, pressing into your feet, tucking the chin, rising right back up to seated. Take the arms up on that next inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, relax, shoulders back, open the heart forward. Beautiful. And let's take a big breath in together, sitting up nice and tall, finding your space back on your chair. Big breath in, filling up both sides of the lungs, right to the top, and then open up your lips. Exhale, sigh it all out. Good. Let's come into a controlled breath together. We're going to inhale to the count of 4. When you're ready, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Just let that breath go. We're going to try that again. Inhale to the count of 4. When you're ready, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your body relax. Let that breath go. We're going to do one last time. We're going to stretch it out to 5. When you're ready, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right to the top. Hold that breath just for a second. Maybe take an extra sip of air right at the top. And then open up your lips. Sigh it all out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that breath completely release out of your body, and then come back to your own breath in, your breath in, your breath out, your rhythm in your breath, in through the nose. Exhale. And start to come back into your space. Open your eyes if you had them closed. Give your shoulders a little roll back. Take your time. Thank you so much for joining me, for practicing with me, and for your presence this morning. Namaste.